Okay, class. Now we are looking for the equilibrium for land and also capital. Before we go for the equilibrium for land and also capital, we have to understand that the factor of production have interdependent among them. So there is a linkage among the factor of production. So in most cases, factor of production like land, labor and also capital are used together in a way that makes each factor productivity depends on the quantity of the other factor. So it's very true that when one firm produce goods and services, they actually use labor, capital and also land together. So example here, an increase in the quantity of capital, what happened to the marginal product and also the rental price of the capital, and it can also affect the labor market. Okay, so I can show you here. So an increase in the quantity of capital. Now quantity of capital increase. So we can say that the supply for capital now increase. So capital, for example, here refer to the property. Okay, so if we draw, this is the supply and demand for capital. This is supply for capital and this is demand for capital. Okay, so for example now supply of capital increase, it shift to the right. So this is a new supply for capital. Okay, so from here, so what happened? This one the same concept like we learn supply and demand together. So here we can say that the price or rental price of capital now decrease. Price of capital decrease. Then this price refer to the rental price for capital. So if that thing happen, then we can say now the quantity capital increase. This is actually the first thing that we are looking. Okay, then due to the properties of properties of diminishing marginal product. Okay, as the quantity of capital increase, so we expect the marginal productivity for capital now decrease, right? So in this case, we expect this 1, 2, and also another thing is MP for capital also decrease. So this part. Okay, so now this is about capital. So we want to show what happened in the capital market is actually also will have some effect to the labor market. Okay, this one capital. Now we look at what happened to the labor market. Okay, now capital we have more. So when we have more capital, so actually it will make workers more productive. So when workers are more productive, so MPL increase. When MPL increase, what happened to wage? Wage also will increase. So here we actually show the interdependent between capital and also labor. So yang ini tak jadilah saya nak tunjukkan. Okay. Okay, we move to the next part. Okay, we go to the diminishing marginal product. Okay, mula-mula kita discuss tentang labor je. Now we discuss in term of land and also capital. So meaning here, this refer to the factor in abundant supply. Abundant tu maksudnya berlebihan lah. So kalau berlebihan maksudnya dia akan decrease the marginal product and harga dia akan jadi rendah lah. Harga dekat sini refer to the rental price ya. And then satu in abundant supply. Second is in scarce supply. Okay, kalau supply scarce, dia akan jadikan sebaliknya lah. So marginal product akan jadi lebih tinggi dan harga akan jadi tinggi. How about change in the supply of factor? When supply of factor increase or decrease, this will change also the equilibrium factor price and also change in earning of the other factor. So meaning here, contohnya tadi dekat sini capital kan. Okay, price for capital. So if price of capital something here increase or decrease, dia pun akan affect pada price for labor and also for land. Dia ada market here. So here price for land and price for workers ataupun kita panggil wages also will change. Okay, tu yang maksudnya kat sini Okay, next. So we go to the summary. So the economy income is distributed in the market for factor of production. Ingat tak factor production tadi adalah capital, land, labor. Kat sini contohnya lah. Labor akan dapat income. Land akan dapat rental price for renting the land. Sama juga capital. So itulah jadi economic income. Then the three most important factor, tiga benda ni lah, land, labor, capital. And a firm demand for a factor, which is labor, land and capital, is actually derived from the supply of output. Maksudnya firm decision untuk supply goods and services tadi menyebabkan we demand for the labor, land and also capital. Okay, next. Competitive firm maximize profit by hiring each factor up to the point where the value of its marginal product equal to its rental price. Konsep yang mudah macam tadi kita mula-mula ajar adalah WMPL equal to wages. Wages ni refer to rental price for labor. So kita apply untuk capital dengan land So tu yang jadi sama juga dengan rental price of land and rental price of capital. So kita delete sikit yang ni. Okay. Okay, next Okay, the supply of labor arise from individual trade-off between work and leisure and yield an upward sloping labor supply curve. So again, supply of labor, kita cakap tadi, yang this part untuk labor, this one related to you. You sebelum ni, you consumer. Consumer dekat demand side. Tapi for factor of production, you dekat supply side. So that actually refer to the trade-off between work and also leisure. Then the curve is upward sloping. And then the price paid for each factor adjust to balance the supply and demand for the factor. Maksudnya inilah tadi kat sini kan dia akan adjust the demand and also supply. So in equilibrium, each factor is compensated according to its marginal contribution to the production of goods and services. Maksudnya macam tadi, the more productive you are, the more you can get, kan? And then next, because factor of production are used together, maksudnya land, capital and also labor, usually they are used together by firm. So the marginal product of any of the factor depends on the quantity of factor that are available. Maksudnya kat sini, quantity of capital akan menentukan the quantity of workers. Sama juga quantity of land also will determine the quantity of workers. So semakin banyak capital, semakin banyak juga workers yang diperlukan, right? So as a result, a change in the supply of one factor alter the equilibrium earning of all the other factor. So earning here refer to the rental price for the three factor lah. So for land, for capital and also for labor. And ini yang you panggil sebagai upah. So maksudnya, okay. So I hope class you can understand what important here. We start with okay, looking for factor of production of labor, then we move to land, then we move to capital. So as long as you understand the concept in labor market, inshallah you will understand the concept in land market and also capital market. Okay, so for exam, since we not learn this chapter in deep, so I just focus on the factor of labor. So any question that we discussed just now is something related to labor, so you can expect our tutorial question also something like that. Okay, so class, that's all for today. So this is what we learned so far. I hope you can get some, at least some new concept that we learned here, especially about the diminishing marginal product and what are the properties is all about. So I hope you understand that the more workers, for example, the lesser the productivity they are. That's explain about the concept of marginal product. Then diminishing marginal product. Then I hope also marginal product is refer to the productivity. So doesn't matter whether this is refer to labor, capital or land. So as long as you look at the marginal product, so it's easy if you can relate it with the productivity. Okay class, with that I thank you. Inshallah we meet again in the future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.